So I wanted to talk for a few minutes on the subject of giving. Majority of my clients are empathic. Empaths are very highly intuitive individuals. They are very giving because they are the type of people who want to help others out. They're right there when you need them. They tend to want to fix other people or fix other people's situations for them. And it all comes from a very good place. So the problem with giving when it becomes energetically imbalanced is that the giving sometimes can come from a place of fear, meaning that they need to be proving that they're actually a good individual. So I want you to ask yourself this question. I had to ask myself this question too, because those who know me know that I give a lot. I've spent a lot of money on people. This was something that I picked up from my mother, who's also very empathic. But when your giving comes from a place of fear, meaning that, either you don't feel like you're worthy, you don't feel like you're good enough, and so you end up compensating for that, then that can really drain your energy. Oftentimes, too, along with that, there can be strings attached that we may not even be really aware of. It's oftentimes this unconscious program that is running where we end up having expectations of what people are going to give to us in return because we gave so much. And I see this a lot in parent and child dynamics too. This has happened to me growing up, where it's like, well, look at how much I sacrificed for you. Look at how much I've given to you. Look at everything that I've done for you. And now this is what you're going to do, or this is who you're going to be. When really, if the person didn't ask for it to begin with, then what can happen is you can court to someone else and have the strings attached. And that can really cause issues with a particular relationship and energetically too, because it's draining. And so it's a good thing to be looking at how you give, to who you're giving things or resources or your time and attention to, and why. Why are you doing it? If it's not coming from a place where your heart is just open, and you have the extra energy, you have the extra of whatever it is that you can give, then you can end up becoming depleted if it's not coming from that place. So it's not that you can't respond in times of need. It's not that you can't give charitably, but you have to really, and I know this sometimes can be a really sticky situation because it can be really hard to tell. But as an energy coach, energy healer, oftentimes I can, when I look at certain emotional energies, I can see why someone ends up giving as much as they do. And I've been there. And so when you take a really, really good look at that, then you'll be able to kind of tweak, not that you can't ever give again, but you'll be able to tweak how you do it and how much. Okay? Because that's a feel. That's a feel when you get really, really in tune, listen really closely to how you're feeling inside when you're actually doing something that you don't court to someone else unconsciously, or you don't end up doing something begrudgingly or out of the feeling of obligation, or the fear of how someone else is going to respond if they ask you to do something, if they're asking you to give to them and you feel apprehensive, but you kind of do it anyway because that's just who I am. That's the person that I've set myself up to be. Remember, oftentimes we set the precedent for how people end up treating us and even expecting of us to always be there and to always be giving, and they don't really give as much in return. Because that's something that I hear a lot of is, I'm always there, I'm always present, I'm always giving, and when I need it, no one's around. So if you don't want that to be you, where you've just depleted your energy completely, then you do want to be really conscientious, really judicious, really checking in with your energy field when you are giving. So food for thought. Comment below with your thoughts.